Hey everyone, welcome to Death Moth Tarot. My name is Red and I want to thank you all for being here. Today's pick a card reading is on what doors are opening up for you currently. We have three options. Pile number 1 with green, pile number 2 with red, and pile number 3 with purple. So take a second, pause the video, see which one is calling out to you the most. Timestamps will be listed below, and we'll go ahead and jump into pile number 1. Hey guys, if you chose green, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on what doors are opening up for you currently. We're going to start with your tarot first, and then we'll get some oracle. First out, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Next, we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. One more. And we have the Four of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. I'm hearing Aaliyah, dust yourself off and try again. That is the song that just started playing. Okay, pile 1. Let's just keep it frank. It's gonna be real with you guys always. Immediately what the message here is, the door to your love life, okay? The door to your love life is absolutely opening up for you. Pile 1, you are choosing to put your sword down. You're choosing to lower your defenses. You're choosing to let down your walls. Those walls could absolutely be around your heart space, especially with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups, okay? That Four of Cups talks about there being dissatisfaction and unfulfillment when it comes to possibly your love life. Again, we do have the Two of Cups out here. So instead of focusing on the lack thereof love, you guys are choosing to shift the dynamic and focus on shifting your love life and changing it for the better instead of dwelling on what you're not liking about it currently, okay? And you guys could even be in a relationship right now and you're still choosing to, okay, I may not be too happy with the dynamic that we are currently in, or we may be at this like plateau right now and it's not a good one, you know? So how can I sprucing things up and boost the vibe? How can I uplift this energy around me and within my connections, my romantic connections, even my friendships and my family? How can I revive this connection or my dating life even, okay? For those of you who are single, try again is what they're saying. That's the energy that I'm getting. That's why I was hearing that song. You guys are willing to put your sword down and try again, okay? The door to your emotions, though, your subconscious emotions that you have hidden, that door will be opening though as well, okay? So some of the things in the past that you may not have fully processed or wanted to process at all, those things will be again coming back up, but those are coming up for you to deal with them. That way you are able to move into a healthy connection or a current healthier connection, okay? It's there to help you. It's not to remind you of all of the things that happened in the past and then reinforce that dissatisfied energy. No, it's bringing it to the forefront so you can heal, okay? That way. The sword that is coming out next is a sword of triumph. It's a sword of inspiration. It's a sword of active communication and taking an active step forward when it comes to your connections. It's not a sword of defense. It's a sword of, I am excited about moving forward, turning the page, and opening myself up to more. Okay, pile 1. So let's get you guys some oracle. See what else we can get. Okay, so this is the willpower card. I know it's a little a little harsh in this deck. This is the ᴟᴇ oracle, but this is talking about your willpower and your drive, and this absolutely ties in with that Eight of Wands, okay? Your ambition for more is going to be your driving force. your decision to go after more, again with the Ace of Swords, is going to bring you more, okay? Your willpower and your drive behind it, your intentions, your conviction behind those intentions, that is what is going to get you different results. This is going to start very much so internally, and then you will be able to take those active steps. This is an internal manifestation, okay? The internal comes first, and then the physical comes, the physical action. This is you setting the proper intentions for more for yourself and following through on them in the physical, okay? Yeah, we have cleaning up the memory. You're not living in the past anymore, and though you may have had some very iffy past relationships, we'll just say that, that's not something I'm moving into. Therefore, I can't dwell in that energy. So whatever I need to do to clean it up, I need to do it. Okay? So if that means I need to process, then I need to process. If I need to heal, then I need to heal. Okay? Regardless, this is talking about cleaning up the subconscious and the residual energy from the past, because that's no longer what we're accepting. That's not the reality we're currently in. So I can't keep living in that energy. Okay? Get you guys another one. Okay. And this is talking about ancestral and generational curses being broken through you. Okay? So by you choosing to heal the dynamic when it comes to love, it could be family, even marriage and your family. You know how there's always, like, you hear these stories where these couples have been married for like 50 years or something, and you're like, I've never seen it in my life. You know, something like that. You're changing the tone for that. You're setting the example for those who come after you and showing them what healthy love looks like. Even if you're not in a relationship right now, this is bigger than you, is what they're saying, okay? So in the past, it doesn't have to be your parents, but it could be even the people who came before you. When it comes to their relationships, because this is what we're talking about for you guys specifically, the relationship dynamic was not always the healthiest. Maybe they didn't talk about emotions as well, as something I'm getting, cut dry, straight to the point. Maybe not saying I love you all the time, things like that. They weren't huggers. Maybe you're shifting that, okay? Maybe you grew up like that, but you don't want to continue to be like that, if that makes sense. You're putting down that sword, pile one, okay? And you're shifting the dynamic for everyone who comes after you, whether you have kids or you don't have kids, whether you want kids or you don't, you can't. However, it applies. Could be family and friends. Anyone who sees you and sees what you're setting yourself up for will be inspired by that. Okay, and then looking down the line, you know, you're in this very healthy, loving, reciprocated relationship. People will see that and be like, man, I wish I had that for myself, in a good way. You get what I'm saying? So it's bigger than you. What you're doing will have a ripple effect. It won't just help you today, it's going to help you for years to come, and anyone who witnesses the greatness of it, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have union, union, sacred union. This is a soulmate bond. This is it. If you haven't already met this person, when you meet them, you'll know them as soon as you see them, okay? You'll immediately know them. Their energy, their soul will speak to you. It doesn't have to be like a love at first sight situation. I'll keep my opinions to myself, but I'm saying once you speak to this person for a minute and you look in their eyes, you'll know it, okay? It's undeniable. But this is very deep, and that's why it does go on a spiritual level, and that's why it's so important, okay? That's why it's able to inspire so many people, because it's more than just the physical realm here. It's absolutely more than the physical realm. So equally yoked. Okay, so let's get you guys some more. This wasn't necessarily supposed to be a love reading, but that's what we got, and we're gonna go with it. I didn't pull out all of the decks for that, but hey, we have abundance. So you guys will be setting new intentions as well for your financial security, stability, where you're currently at, your foundation. Are you building upon that, or are you going to recalibrate and start something new? Either way, whichever you're doing or wherever you're at, you're going to be prosperous, okay? You will be successful, you will be abundant, you will not have to worry about lack of any material wealth, let's say. This is giving you the time and space to do this work as well. You don't have to worry about your finances. You're able to put a little bit of extra energy and effort and time into this healing because you do have the 2 and the 8 of Cups. I feel like some of these wounds are pretty deep, and it was absolutely enough to put you in that 4 of Cups energy, not wanting to try again. But now something has shifted within you, something quickly with that 8 of Wands, okay? And that shift is also going to affect your finances. If you were good before, you're going to be great now, okay? So finances as well. We have inspiration. That was that spark within you. Something inspired you. There was a specific situation or event. Could be a conversation as well, okay? Something was able to pull you out of that deep, dark blue sea. I know this isn't like water, but I've always seen this as water in a bridge underwater. But something was able to light that spark within you, a conversation possibly that was able to help you focus more on something else other than the lack of love or the lack of healing even. We have conflict. Yeah, you guys in the past, you may have psyched yourself out of some of this healing because you thought that thinking about it would cause more harm than good. Even thinking about certain situations or connections or people, family members, even heck. Even thinking about the past can be so triggering that you're like, it's not even worth the effort or the fight. It's better to keep quiet and to leave it alone. Because then it says like semi hush hush. I'm able to keep it toned down a bit, you know? And that's in a sense just running from it. It's just prolonging it is all that happened. That's why it's coming up now, because there's so much happening and so much shifting that you need to be ready for this, okay? This connection. They're getting you ready, that sort of triumph. You will be successful at this. And guidance, exactly. They're stepping in. Your spirit guides are stepping in. They're letting you know they support you. They don't want you to think you're going through this healing process by yourself. They're saying they're going to be holding your hand through it as well, but listen for the signs is what they're saying. The traditional card for the 4 of Cups has someone sitting with their arms crossed, you know, just like kind of pouting, like I'm not happy, you know? When you're in that energy, that puts up an energetic block between you and your guides, and that you're not really able to hear them. They're saying like, we need you to be open and receptive so you can hear us. We're trying to tell you something. We're not going to leave you completely in the dark with this, with the healing process, but also with moving into this connection if you're not already in it, okay? And if you're already in a connection with this person, this soulmate, then that connection is going to be deepening even more. So we're going to walk you through this regardless of where you're at with this connection, okay? Regardless, it's meant for you to have. It's meant for you. And with some of those things they want to say to you, some of those messages along the way, it's along the way as you make certain steps and you do have these small triumphs, consistent triumphs along the way. They'll be dropping more information, so they need you to be receptive, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have strength. So yes, you guys are absolutely getting your strength back. When you guys were kind of frustrated just in general, I feel like this was with life in general, like absolutely frustrated with your love life, but overall I'm getting that there were other things as well. I feel like some of you may have been at a plateau with work. Some of you guys weren't able to work more than 40 hours also is what they're telling me. Something about not being able to get overtime, so you literally could not make more. But there's something here about a plateau and the money that you were receiving and the things that are coming in. That blockage is being removed, okay? So let's get you guys some tea leaves to confirm some more. We have the Fly, a period of ill health and depression. So that is this 2 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. It happens. We're human. We're allowed to go through these ebbs and flows of life, okay? But that's where your inspiration and that 8 of Wands came into play, and your willpower and your drive is what pulled you out of that, okay? Talking about your strength here, your sort of triumph. You triumphed over this period of frustration. Possibly sadness as well, but we have heartache over what you no longer have. So that could have caused this. I feel like whether the breakup was recent or not, this could be an ex before an ex. Like, this doesn't have to be super recent, or your most recent ex either. What it's saying is there was one specific connection or relationship that did a number, okay? And even if this period was long ago, you still had healing to do from it that would remove some of the residual energy you were carrying with you on a daily, if that makes sense, okay? So you guys were able to power through. We have indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. When you were choosing to be non-confrontational with your life and with your traumas, possibly with your memories from the past that weren't so nice, when you were avoiding the conflict, you weren't able to tap into this willpower energy, that strength. You weren't able to make strong decisions for yourself. You weren't able to set intentions with conviction, okay, by avoiding the conflict that may come with it, okay, trying to just kind of stay in the middle, keep the peace, you know, walking on eggshells in your life. By you walking on those eggshells, avoiding things, you are allowing yourself to just keep rambling on aimlessly with no direction. No, screw that. I want all the smoke, okay? And if that's what it takes for me to buck up and get what I want, that's what I'm gonna do, because overall it's going to pay off. And that's the energy you guys are moving into. Absolutely, okay? So, conflict or not, regardless of how long or short, regardless of how much I don't want to face certain emotional things and memories, I'm doing it because I don't want to be stuck here forever, okay? I want progression in my life. I don't want this wheel to just go wherever it feels like. I want to choose where it's going, you know? We have spiritual love, and you guys are choosing spiritual love, that soulmate. I don't want to just date every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I want this, okay? I don't want just any option, if an option at all. I want a soulmate, okay? We have claw with be careful, do not take risk, okay? So use your discernment. If you're single and you're dating, use your discernment. Don't take risk if you cannot 110% stand on it and see how it could benefit both you and anyone else involved, okay? Don't just make these decisions all willy-nilly. Really think them through, okay? We don't want to pass up this person is what they're saying. Changes in your life, exactly. So they're not showing you everything. They're not going to tell you about this person, like, specifically. They're telling you what's happening. They're not identifying the person. For the singles, this person, I may get in trouble for this, but for the singles, this person is someone you know. That's why they're not telling you. That's why they're not telling you. Or it's someone you know of. When you hear their name, you'll be like, oh, I know you, or I've seen your face. That's why they're not really giving too many details. And then obviously for those of you who are already in a relationship, you know them. So it doesn't apply. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got 2. Stepping into a new experience, changes in your life, and period of prosperity and abundance. So you guys are stepping into a period of prosperity and abundance, changing in your life. We have abundance twice. You guys' internal spark is very attractive. And it's attractive in a physical way, and it's attractive when it comes to your finances, okay? It's attractive on your love life, obviously, but you get what I'm saying. This is affecting multiple aspects of your life. So majority love, but they're letting you know there's a little razzle dazzle there with the finances as well, okay? And then we have casket, someone going out of your life or end of a situation. You guys are letting go of the old. You're choosing to bury it and let it be what it is. I processed, I healed, I dealt with all of the hard stuff. Now I'm putting it away forever. And that is that, okay? We're not gonna talk about this a year from now, 5 years from now. That's it. It happened, it's done, I've moved on, I buried it. Now I'm ready to embrace the spiritual love. Because everything in the past that no longer has anything to do with my life is gone. At the bottom of the deck, we have family matters. Alrighty, family matters. When it's telling you not to take risks, make sure for those of you who are dating, heck, they're, oh God. Okay, they're saying for all of you, if you want littles, no matter how it is, even if it's adoption, if you want littles, make sure that your partner does too. Because a family matters, and this is talking about a soulmate. A way to kind of separate what's for you and what isn't is, say you want to have a big family. Say you want 5 kids, for Christ's sake. And this person's like, oh no, absolutely not. I can't even do 1. Well, there you go. Why would you entertain it? That's a risk I'm not willing to take. It's pointless, okay? That's what they mean by that. Really sift through. There's plenty of options. Really weigh your options carefully, okay? Don't entertain anything less than what you want. So I hope that made sense for you guys. A little bit of money, a little bit of love. Those are the doors that are opening up for you guys. Take what you can, leave what you can't. Thank you for your support, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose red, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on what doors are currently opening up for you. We're going to start with your tarot first, and then we'll get into the oracle. First out, we have the Tower. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords. Let's get a few more. We have the Three of Coins, and I was just saying this like 3 right there. Let's see. And we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. Okay. The doors are opening up for you, pile 2. Well, it looks like you guys are actually choosing to close a few doors, and by you choosing to close certain doors, later certain new ones will appear in their place, okay? You guys may have had some disruption or some strife, some arguments, some combative energy when it comes to your connections, your friendships, heavy on the friendships, but I'm seeing a little bit of sneaky energy possibly, or some wrongdoings. Maybe you're just the type of person who was always the giver, and then you tend to put yourself or find yourself even in these situations where you're always ending up with less than what you came, because the people are always taking from you, okay? That cup can get very empty very quick, okay? When you surround yourself with takers, they're only looking out for themselves, and you've had to learn that the hard way, is what I'm seeing. So by you closing the door to people like that overall, this is an abrupt change. This is an abrupt difference from today or yesterday. Let's say yesterday I wasn't necessarily allowing this, but like I was accepting it by not standing up for myself. Well, today I am choosing to stand up for myself, to close these doors on my own individually, and make way for more like-minded people with this Three of Coins. People who will support you, but they also bring the equal amount of energy to the table, okay? This is not just relationships, but it could be, but this is your connections to people regardless, okay? I am at this table, but everyone who can pull a seat up to this table is equally adequate, okay? They have nothing to take, only things to give, advice, wisdom, energy, support, time. You get what I'm saying? Anything that you could offer, they could offer you right back. So, and this is talking about coming together as a community, coming together with like-minded people who see your value. This could be talking about work for some of you. Overall, I'm no longer accepting anything that is taking and doesn't give back to me. So by me closing that door, I'm only making room for what gives back to me, okay? And they're saying that any intentions or goals that you may have for yourself, they are not unrealistic, okay? Your standards are not too high. Your goals are not too lofty. Your dreams are not too big, okay? It all comes down to your belief in yourself and your team's belief in yourself, if you have one. And if you don't have one, you would like to have one. Okay, that's what this is talking about. Not people who go up against you, but people who would fight for you, if nothing else. Okay, and whether that's in work, relationships, friendships, or family, doesn't matter. You're choosing to manifest and attract people who will go to war for you and not against you. Alrighty, pile 2. So the door to reciprocal connections. Pile 2 was talking about love, okay? Like strictly love. You guys is on a broader spectrum, but love is not obviously out of the picture. So let's get you guys some oracle so we can kind of fine tune this. Ooh, and as I said that, you guys, this is the stack that fell. This is the love card. I was like, oh, love is not out of the picture. They're like, gosh darn right it's not. Okay, so this is talking about love. This is talking about love for some of you guys, alrighty? And a handful of you may have recently left an ex, like recently. Decided to just shift the dynamic overnight. One day you're like, okay, I'm here. The next day you're like, I can't do this anymore. That's it. I'm fed up. Okay? They're saying that was not a wrong decision either. When they were talking about the 7 of Cups, like, no, you did right. You did right. You did right by choosing to love yourself more. Okay, pile 2. It all does start with you, though, and the love that you can show yourself. And that is what is branching out. And that is what you are manifesting. That is what you're putting out into the universe. I love myself so much that I will accept nothing less. Okay? Okay, this is talking, this came out in pile 1. This is talking about, this is a little bit bigger than you, okay? Maybe you are realizing some of the patterns that you are seeing in your dating life or your friendships or your connections, however it may be. You're seeing that there is a pattern that you carry that you may have picked up from someone else or a parent or a family member. It's something that is being passed down. It's not necessarily of you, but you may act upon it because it's what you know, it's what you've seen. But what you see is not necessarily what is you, pile 2. And that's why there was an abrupt change needed, because the path that you were going down was going to lead you to the same exact results that you were seeing. And they're not great ones, okay? The example I used for pile 1 was, you know how you hear these stories of, oh, these people have been together and married for 50 years. They're so in love and they're still in love. And you're like, I don't know a single person who's been married 15 years. So I really don't know what that looks like. Okay, that's just an example. But that is also an example that can stop with whoever is here now. Okay, it doesn't have to continue with you. So maybe the people in your family or anyone who's been around you, what you've seen on the regular, they didn't have a very healthy dating or family relationship. That's something you're choosing to not continue. Just because that's what you saw doesn't mean that's something I have to do. So I'm going to shift that dynamic and stop it now, because that's the path I was heading towards. And for you guys, maybe there was someone in your life who was a giver just like you, but they let people take and take and take till there was nothing left, and they had nothing left. You refused to have nothing left. That's why you changed it. Okay? But it stops with you. It stops with you. We have birth. Okay, so this is giving a lot of family, a lot of generational curses within the family. Steady homes. That's what I'm hearing. Healthy, steady homes, stable homes. And there's something here about the energy within the home. It was very broken, scattered. energy, okay? It didn't give you much to work with at the time, but now you're an adult and you can make your own decisions. So you don't have to live in that energy anymore. You can give birth to something new in its place by closing the freaking door, okay? And we have your intuition. But this is also your subconscious. This is your subconscious, reprogramming the subconscious. And there's something here with your dreams as well. You guys could have been having some crazy dreams lately. I know I was having them for like 3 days in a row. Very vivid, clear dreams that all had a meaning to them. You guys may have been going through the same. We have 23, 24, and 25. Could have been 3 days in January that you guys were having rough dreams. But you guys had answers within those dreams. And if you can remember them, still replay them and go back over them if you haven't already, okay? Because by you making these radical shifts in the physical, it is absolutely opening you up spiritually. You're opening up your heart space, but you do see this energy moves up through the chakras to the crown and to the soul star, okay? Whether you know it or not, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you're awake or not, it's happening in spirit for you right now. That is another door that is opening for you. Healing, reciprocal, loving connections. People who bring something to the table rather than take away. You're giving birth to a new dynamic for your life, your home stability, okay? And also your spirituality. You guys have multiple doors opening up, okay? That's the difference between you guys and pile one. Pile one was strictly on love. You guys isn't on everything, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have willpower, exactly. Anyone who is against you, pray for them, okay? Pray for them in spirit. Not really, but yeah, you guys are good. You guys are absolutely protected. You guys' drive, your willpower, your ambition is able to overpower any opposition, any pushback. You are able to easily overpower it, okay? So whatever decisions you choose to make, just make sure that's what you want to do and stick to it, because anything that would think about being a blockage for you, it would no longer be a blockage, because your conviction and willpower behind it is so strong, okay? Anything that you desire, you can absolutely have with this drive, this willpower, and your spirituality, being able to manifest, but manifesting out of love. Alrighty, so let's get you guys some more. We have purification. So maybe you guys, okay, for some of you, you're saying you guys, someone has a vase or someone has a glass bowl, someone has something that used to be in their house, their old house, the house they grew up in, their grandma's home. For some, it could be in someone's home, something you brought with you. Either cleanse it very, very good or get rid of it, okay, because it holds residual energy. Other than that, with you bringing in so much new energy, I feel like this is telling you to start your spring cleaning early. Start your spring cleaning early, because by the time it is spring, it's going to take off. It's going to start blooming and blossoming immediately. Like, it's not going to need any startup time or time to get ready. No, it's going to be ready, so they need you ready, okay? Get rid of any residual energy that you can, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It's on all levels. Cleansing, period. It's going to be very beneficial for you right now, because we're letting it all go. I need a lot of room for all 4 or 5 of these doors that are opening for me right now. I need as much room as possible. So I'm going to make room. And I'm going to uplift the vibration as much as I can when I'm doing so as well, okay? So we have tribes. This talks about your family, your people, your tribe. You're finding that tribe. They're coming in for you, okay? But they're also coming to support you. And then for those of you who are very close to your mother, that connection will definitely deepen, and your mother will be very supportive of you and will be very proud of you for doing all of this work, because your mother may have been that giver. Your mother may have been that giver, okay? For some of you. Anywho, regardless, you will have support in doing all of this. You will not have to do this alone. You will find your tribe if you haven't already. And if you have your tribe, that connection will be deepening, They will be even more supportive of you because they can see the positive change within you. This is a very noticeable change. Very. And we have dreams. So you guys will likely start going after some of those lofty dreams or things that you felt like were not attainable anytime soon. I feel like you guys will be inspired again to go after them again, and that's where that support is coming in. Like, no, absolutely go for it. We're so proud of you for going for it. Do it. You'll be put in the same room with people who can help you reach these dreams. You get what I'm saying? That's what that Three of Pentacles is. We all bring something to the table. I'm going to be in the room that I need to be in, at the table I need to be in, with the people that I need to be with in order to achieve this. Okay? You guys are getting your drive back. And we have reconciliation. This is reconciliation with your your spirit guides. Okay? Maybe you have strayed from your spiritual path, your spiritual routine. Maybe you guys have a morning routine that consists of some type of spiritual practice. Maybe you guys like to do yoga in the morning before anything, and just something like that. Maybe meditation, any of it. That is something that helps you connect to your spirit guides, your ancestors, or just your higher self. Whatever you believe in, whatever you're connecting to. By you continuously practicing that, that deepens that bond. I feel like that bond has been on hush-hush for a bit, and they're coming back like, hey, you know, we actually never left. We've been here the whole time. How you doing? Hey, we're back. What's going on? You know, we want to work with you. We're ready to talk with you. We're ready. We have messages for you. We're ready whenever you're ready. So you reconciling with your old spiritual practices, rituals, whatever it may be, your connection to spirit or your higher self, rekindling that, getting back on track with your spiritual journey. Alrighty. Bottom of the deck, we have Ancestor of Knowing. You guys may have the gift of knowing, claircognizance. That is actually a pretty cool one. Comes in handy. But you guys naturally have a gift of knowing things, or being very, very tapped in and tuned into the energies around you, people around you. You can kind of tell when your ancestors or spirit guides walk in the room, you know, things like that. You guys are aware. Okay, so they're kind of saying there's absolutely no reason or excuse for you to step away from that, because it comes natural to you. It's a part of who you are. And yeah, we have our times, our days, our weeks, our months. You're going to keep coming back to it. That reconciliation will keep happening, okay? So by you sticking to not only what you know, but what is of you, what speaks to you, what is true to you, and what you're naturally good at, your natural gifts. Even if you're kind of new to this, but you know something's always been there, by you tapping into that, that's going to help you again with this willpower, this drive, this ambition, the inspiration, and the protection, spiritual protection needed for any backlash, any enemies, any opposition, any blockages. Okay? Spiritual protection. So let's get you some tea leaf before we close out. We had purse. Pay attention to your finances. There's a money block somewhere for some of you. There's a money blockage. Maybe you guys were too focused on other people and trying to help others that it was taking away from you, again, to where it affected your finances. Or maybe someone owes you money, a stubborn, aggressive person. Does someone owe you guys money and it's kind of not worth the fight of bringing it up, and you'd rather just get it back again? That's maybe for like one person. Either way, by you having that gift of knowing and being able to read the room, you guys will be able to avoid these types of people. And if they do, again, the ram, go up against this energy, you are absolutely protected. And you are doing so by protecting yourself even. But just know they have your back. Your spirit guides do have your back. But a stubborn, aggressive person, that is not who you are, and that's not what you're attracting, and that's not what you want to be around. So by reading the room, you can avoid it and actually attract love, deep affection, and caring. Okay? Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. seek out information that will help you. Reading the room again. You guys need to start practicing is what it is. You guys may not know that you have claircognizance, and now you're like, this is new to you for a few of you, or the gift of knowing. I have it myself. Like, I knew that was one of the first ones I knew. Okay, I've known that since I was a kid. That's what I'm saying. This is something that's not necessarily new to you, but it's new to you because you're not sure how to utilize it or understand it. That's why it's telling you, seek information out so that way you know how to use it. And when you know how to use it, trust me, you will see that this is night and day. These two people could be standing in front of you out of 10 people, and you can point them both out. You can point out this aggressive person, and you can point out the person who is absolutely vibrating out of love. You can see it from across the room. That's why they're like, practice. Look up some things, read some books, start practicing it, okay? We have short journey. So there is a short journey here when it comes to all of this. Mainly, when it comes to you crossing paths with the people, they're letting you know that it's not going to be as long as you think it is. As long as you're steady with this pace of shifting the dynamic. It came in very fast, and it's ending still very quick, strong, abrupt, but in the best way. As long as you stay within that energy, you'll be able to power through, and it will be a very short journey. It won't take you long. We have September. Take it how it applies. You guys may have started something in September, or someone borrowed money from you in September, or money could have been tight since September. Either way, take it how it applies. It's not over yet. When I look at these months, there's always a growing process within them. It shows in the pictures. It'll start with like the roots, or it'll show the full-blown tree. This is just showing the branches and the in-between, the middle stage of it. It's not quite the beginning, but it's absolutely not the end. Just because we're in limbo doesn't mean we can't make quick progress. It's kind of what they're reminding you of. It doesn't mean it won't be until September of when you're seeing that. That could be a while. They're reassuring you it won't be that long. You're just in the in-between stage right now. We're trying to make more progress, okay? Follow through. And we have April. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. We're gonna put April there. Let's get you guys some more. We have Beware of Great Pride. Okay, so with you guys, that's why they're bringing this up. So when you guys are feeling better, this willpower, this card can go left very, very quick. Ooh, it can go left very quick, okay? So that can talk about ego and being a little bit arrogant, full of yourself. I'm not getting that as a majority thing, but it's just something to keep in mind, that though I am feeling good, I'm feeling much better, I'm filling my cup, I'm being a little bit selfish in the best way. That can go overboard and get a little overzealous very fast. And then if we do dwell in that energy too long, and we are talking about attracting people, it could attract like energy, okay? We definitely don't want to attract that energy, so let me not dwell in it then, okay? Because like attracts like. Someone is behaving stupidly. We gotta get to the bottom of that. We're gonna clarify this in a minute. Let's keep going. We have June. And a wish will be granted. So by you avoiding this type of energy, you're really weeding out the wheat from the shaft is what it is. That is the good from the bad. Being able to read the room again. Maybe you guys didn't do so well in the past, and that's something you struggled with, was being able to tell which people would take from you and which people would actually give. And I felt like you guys kind of kept picking the takers and not being able to see it for what it is. And now you kind of hit yourself on the head for that. You're like, man, why didn't I catch that sooner? How did I not see that? You get what I'm saying? Now you're able to see that, and that is what's going to help you sort through the good and the bad, and you will be successful is what they're saying. But anyone who is behaving stupidly, anyone who is stubborn and aggressive, we need to avoid that, okay? We have September, April, and June. Take it how it applies. When I see this, I do take this as divine intervention. So this could really start to come into full bloom for you. It will start in the spring, but it will really start to take off between April and June for you guys, okay? When it comes to opportunities coming in, when it comes to people coming in, connections, projects for some of you, okay? All of this will be coming in within that time span. That is a 2 to 3 month time span. What can I do with 2 to 3 months of my life, okay? Because if you do right with this, these blossoms then turn into a full-blown tree by September. Okay, there's a huge difference. But not only with the finances, of course, a wish with your love life, your heart space, your connections. You will be very happy, okay? And something could start to blossom in these months for you, but is solidified by September. And then we have doing something risky and taking a chance. So okay, so there's some other information, obviously how to hone your gifts, but seeking out information that will help you target this ambition, direct it properly, okay? Because I feel like you guys have all of this pent up energy ready to go, but you're finding and seeking information to help you utilize it and execute it properly, okay? Direct it properly, so that way you get the biggest result back. That's what this is talking about. You getting your coin, your love, your happiness. It's your turn. Bottom of the deck, we have career. See? Short journey to your career. So, yes, your connections are deepening, but this is talking about your career as well. Your finances, your career, your work life. It's a short journey from going from being in a financial pinch to being abundant and well taken care of. If I'm willing to take a risk. If I'm willing to take that leap of faith and believe in myself and do something that I once thought was unrealistic or unattainable for me. I thought I'd never be ready for it. Well, I'm ready today. Okay, pile 2. So I hope that made sense. Take what you can, leave what you can't. We had way more tea leaf than what I intended, but I wanted to get them out if they wanted to come out. So take what you can, leave what you can't. Thank you for your support, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose purple, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on what doors are currently opening up for you. We're going to start with your tarot first, and then we'll jump into the oracle. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have Strength. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Cups. Let's get another one. And we have the World. Okay. I know exactly where this is going. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Coins. Okay, you guys were slowed down. They stepped in. They said too hasty, not too quick. Making fast, quick decisions. Your heart is in the right place. Your confidence and your inspiration has been uplifted. And that was the common theme through all 3 piles so far, is confidence, ambition, and drive. But another theme here I'm seeing is misdirected energy, okay? And they slowed you down, though you were very reluctant. You were not happy about the pace. It feels like life is very slow, stagnant. You feel like you're stuck. It was intentional, okay? You may not like it, but it was needed because they felt like maybe the path that you were currently going down with every aspect of your life, quite frankly, is what it is. I was looking to see where I could identify. They're like, no, everything. The path that you were previously going down would have been wasteful energy, wasteful planning, wasteful efforts being made. And it's not because you are inadequate. It's because they're saying there was a lack of information specifically. So for some of you, I'm hearing project, contract, something like that. They could have stopped you from being able to sign some type of paperwork. They could have stopped you from a deal or something going through that you thought would have been in your favor, but actually it was setting you up, okay? It wasn't something that would would have been prosperous for you long term. So instead of you wasting your time, energy, and efforts, they blocked it. Okay, so I know we're talking about what doors are opening up, but they're saying the doors that you were choosing to open for yourself before we stepped in were going to lead you to a brick wall. Okay, and they didn't want to have you deal with that long term, or try to figure the situation out after you're already in a rut. Alrighty, so again, you are far from inadequate. They are just talking about there needing to be a recalibration of your planning and your intentions, your direction in life overall. Okay, it's a drastic shift, because with this Five of Cups, I'm sorry, but you guys are letting go of who you thought you were, what you thought your life was supposed to look like, what you thought you wanted to do with your life. You're finding out that you yourself are quite the opposite of who you thought you were, in a good way, but you're still having to break ties with the old you, and that is still painful, because that is a part of you. Okay, it has an energy, it has a name. Okay, there are memories there. That version of you supported you through some really tough ish in your life. Okay, but when it is time to evolve and shift out of the old, we are going to let go of, not lose, let go of many faces and very many versions of ourselves. Okay, there are multiple versions of us that we had let go of in the past, but something about shedding this is more painful than the rest. Okay, so that drive, that ambition, that confidence, honestly, it was a distraction, and it was something to keep you from having to think about this stuff. But in order for you to embrace all of the new, okay, you're going to be moving into this naked, fresh, new, reborn. Okay, no longer carrying anything from the old world. This is a new world that you are creating for yourself, but it is one that is true to you, not who you thought you were. That person wasn't a bad person, but your true north is even better. Okay, pile 3. So the door that is opening up for you is the world, but the rebirth of yourself, the rebirth of you, that is the door that's opening up for you. Okay, this is a divine rebirth, a spiritual rebirth that will absolutely shine onto the physical. There's no doubt about that. There's no avoiding this, there's no hiding this. Everyone and anyone who crossed paths with you will see this. Okay, and with that fresh new energy, they are telling you to make a new plan, and when you recalibrate, take it easy. Plan strategically, but show yourself grace and allow wiggle room, is what they're saying. Okay, be hopeful, of course, but if something doesn't work out, how can I tweak this and make it work out, as opposed to being defeated? Even allowing that wiggle room. Okay, so let's get you guys some more. That's a big one, though. You guys are the spiritual pile, but that's a big one. A total rebirth. Okay, so we have this smoke and mirrors here too, but he is very defensive. He is a god of defense as well. He actually lost his leg in battle. It explains that in the book. Anywho, that is talking about that letting go of the past and what no longer is what you thought, who you thought you were, let me say. That smoke and mirrors, that was a defense mechanism. He shines this to his enemies. You guys may have taken on this persona in order to protect yourself, and it could have been a long time ago, but they're letting you know you're not that person anymore. You're not in that environment anymore. You don't need to have these defenses up. You can put your sword down. That was another constant message, putting your sword down. Okay, you could put the mirror down too. You don't have to, of course, protect yourself physically, spiritually, but they're saying you don't automatically have to have hella defenses and have this mirror up already on go because you expect the worst. Okay, that's not the dynamic anymore. We're moving into a divine rebirth, and in that divine rebirth comes peace. You can put that sword down again, and the mirror. You can let go of that persona that you had to take on in order to protect yourself in the past. You don't have to do that anymore. This person is absolutely at peace, okay? Let's get you guys some more. We have intuition and the third eye as well. You guys may be choosing with this divine rebirth, you guys will be choosing to tap into your spirituality more in order to gain more clarity and more answers, okay? And I mean outside of pick a card readings and things like that. I mean individually on your own, in your own free time, your own peace and quiet. Maybe some of you guys have like a sacred space or a quiet space at your house. Either way, make room for it and start making time to bring more spiritual practice into your life to help you gain more balance, more peace, but also the answers that you may need moving forward, okay? But your spirituality is very important in order for this shift to happen. Obviously, this is a divine shift. We have chaos. Okay, so of course, moving out of chaotic energy, the past was chaotic for you. Then comes order, okay? This is your divine order. The chaos coming full circle, it ending, and you moving into more peace. And that peace is that order. You get what I'm saying? Things can be very much so in order, but also they're constant, okay? There isn't a disruption. It's not an up and down, ebb and flow. This is a constant peace. Alrighty? We have the sun god. Okay, so you see he's not technically holding his sword. He's got his hand on his hip. He's holding a staff. That's what that is. Okay, so, and that card in the tea leaf talks about being spiritually protected. This could be your spirit guide. You guys may have like one spirit guide or one ancestor who's louder than the rest. Okay, he's like, he is stepping up. Like, yeah, I did that. I'm here. I made sure that this was okay. That I made sure that this is why pile 3 could put their sword down, because I'm here on standby just in case. And while I am here protecting you, the sun is able to shine on you. It's your turn again. The sun is going to shine on your face. And I'm going to protect you during this divine rebirth. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the masculine card in reverse. Okay, so whether you're a masculine or a feminine, you guys, when you are in that defense mechanism energy, you are the negative side of the divine masculine, let's say. And it actually probably wouldn't even be divine at that point, but you get what I'm saying. Anywho, that is the not so nice side of the masculine, okay? I don't need to dwell there. I choose to not dwell there. That's not my reality anymore, okay? So you guys are protected. Absolutely, there's a confirmation of that. Order after the chaos, you guys tapping into your spirituality and choosing to put down any reflective barrier or any defense mechanism that you may have up that are not healthy for you, but let alone anybody else. You are the most important in this, but you don't want to keep following this false life, this false persona, when it's not who you are anymore, okay? It had its time and place. So let's get you guys some more. Ooh, these jumped out. So we have skill. You guys have skills elsewhere. Maybe part of this old was your career, your hobbies, your projects. Do you want to change it up? You're learning like, okay, I have other skills, and just because I did X, Y, and Z for this long and this is what I know doesn't mean it's too late to switch it up. You get what I'm saying? It's never too late for me to do something new. That is that rebirth. You may be utilizing a different skill of yours than what you're used to, okay? Doesn't mean it won't be prosperous. We have reconciliation. So within this shift within you, you guys will either A, be reconciling with some people who you have gotten a little distant from while choosing to protect yourself from anything negative, which rightfully so, we understand. But you could also be reconciling with your soul tribe or like-minded people. You will be attracting caring people specifically, okay? But this loving, caring energy, and we have the nurture card, that comes again after you shift out of this toxic masculine energy, no matter how you identify. We've all have been there. That is that King of Wands in reverse, okay? But choosing to nurture something else, nurturing a new skill, nurturing new connections and old ones, friendships, family, love, take it how it applies. I am choosing to nurture and build a new house for me and mine. A new life. And we have the Shaman of Courage. As long as you're courageous enough to go with the flow and not fight it anymore, it'll happen sooner than you think. There is a bit of resistance there on your behalf, but it's only because you're a little afraid of the unknown, because you don't expect the best with the unknown based off of what you experienced in the past. It's understandable, but they're just reassuring you, especially with this right here, the Sun God. They're saying, no, what comes next is good. We promise. Just put your sword down. Bottom of the deck, we have wisdom. This is another spiritual connection, being tethered to your spirit guides. You're absolutely tapped in, pile 3. You are the spiritual pile. You guys get downloads and messages, okay? Taking that leap of faith is opening that door as well to those messages and your downloads that you will need for your next step, okay? Because you're only getting up into that leap of faith, and then you'll hear from them. That's what they're saying, okay? So let's get you guys some tea leaves before we close out. You guys, this was a lot quicker and straight to the point. We have time to get out of a situation. You guys may be shifting jobs. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't pour into this bucket or this cup anymore. My skills are not being utilized, or I'm not the happiest where I'm at, and I'm not getting the biggest bang for my buck is what I'm understanding from this, okay? Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Okay, time to get out of a situation. A change is coming. Okay, that's your spirit guides reaffirming you again, confirming with you again that things are going to get better. We have guaranteed success, okay? Again, your rebirth is guaranteed. This is part of your mission. This is part of your plan, your path, your journey. You were meant to make it to this point, and we are here now. Let's step into it with grace, okay? Let's not resist it, because this is good. We have arrogant, boastful people you should not cross. Staying away from that. They're protecting you from anyone who could disrupt your divine flow, but also this transition, this evolution, this glow up, really, but this rebirth. Anyone who is against it, or who would not be supportive of it, or anyone who, when you walk into the room and you haven't said a word, but they see the light in you and they turn their lip up, they will make sure they're not even within 6 feet of you, okay? You are protected, absolutely. So you won't encounter these types of people anymore. Bottom of the deck, we have success, guaranteed success. You guys have more stars. That's wild. This is really good, pile 3. This is really good. We have a sincere wish will be granted, okay? So you guys are in the caterpillar stage. We're not quite at the butterfly, but we're almost there. The wishes that you had for yourself will be granted. Some of you guys had one singular specific wish that you've been hoping for. It's going to happen for you. And when I say that, you'll know what it is, okay? We have vacation. You guys will be put into a position where you can take an actual vacation, or you can take a break overall. You'll be able to take a deep breath in life, okay? If you were very stressed previously, that's not going to happen anymore, because it's time to get out of a situation. That stress is part of that. Alrighty? It's your turn to get a break at life. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. This could be talking about an arrogant, boastful person. That's who they're protecting you from. You may know who it is. You may know who it is, okay? But they just want you to reevaluate that connection if you do have someone like that in your life. If not, let it fly. taking a vacation. Again, vacation, physically or mentally, exactly. Kicking your feet up. Enjoying your life for once instead of stressing about your life for once. That is part of your rebirth. Okay, you're guaranteed the success. So with that success comes peace of mind. Okay, I get a break finally. Bottom of the deck, we have good news. Okay, success, good news. You guys have a piece of information. Spirit may tip you off. Specifically, they're not tipping me off, clearly. They're going to tip you guys off. That's why they're like, we need you back on your game. We need you back on your game. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, the more you tap in, the more they'll tell you. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile 3. You guys have a complete and total rebirth. So that's going to affect every aspect of your life. That's why they didn't really specifically identify anything. It's everything. Okay. So you will be successful anywhere that you choose to bring rebirth into. Okay, it happens with you overall as an internal and external and spiritual being, but also with other areas of your life, I mean. Okay, regardless, you'll be hearing good news in those other areas because it started with you. You guys have a lot of good energy coming in, pile 3. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Take what you can, leave what you can't. And I will be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye.